Throw Gang. We are joined by He Puts the Yum in Yom Kippur, Lauren Schlossman, and myself in these trenches like it's 1917, James Harris. Welcome to the weekly Running the Boys with today's full episode, only available on
Patreon.com/throwingfits.
Gamar Hatima Tova to my chosen people out there.
So I was Googling what you say, and I saw that. I'm like, I'm not even going to try, so I'm just going to go with Shana Tova, which is like Happy New Year.
Gamar.
Guma. Yeah, Jewish guys don't have side pieces. They can't pull. You can only get
don't?
one. Nah, dude. You just got one bitch with a wig and a long skirt, and you just fucking pump out as many kids as possible to save the people.
Is Yom Kippur
repopulate?
Is Yom Kippur the one where all the
Holy
Orthodox Jews like go fucking crazy and like you put like Kodak Black over it? And you're just
No,
like,
it's a
like Yo Gotti.
It's a solemn day of atonement, hence the fasting,
What's
which I kind of like fell ass backwards into. I'm actually being the most religious I've ever been by fasting.
I biked through like the Orthodox part of Brooklyn and last week, and they were like setting up for like a fucking rager. Is that
Rosh
what it is?
Hashanah. That's because that's
Okay.
the new year.
Got it.
The bazaar was on Rosh Hashanah.
That's when they go crazy.
and there were some rumblings in the community that was a disrespectful move on our part.
I mean, we're making money on Rosh Hashanah. Like, how can we be any more respectful to the culture? than that?
Honestly, you know what, dude? I don't think you've said anything ever more true in your entire life. But because today, so you know Yom Kippur, you ask for forgiveness. So you
yes,
can,
we're gonna get into that. I
So you
believe.
can set up the year to just really fucking hit the ground running. There's no hell to begin with.
What year are we in? What's the Jewish year right now?
8,000.
It's like 81,900.
Massive numbies, bro.
Dude,
We put numbies on the board, dog.
Jews are old as hell. All right,
Yeah, boy. Old as hell, boy.
Before we get into Trav and Taylor, our personal Roman empires,
Okay.
and atoning for our wrongs,
Yeah.
let's get into a fit check.
Why don't you start us off, dude?
All right, upstairs I was wearing Roa hikers, the Silver Boys. Big fan. Drifty socks, which dry fit, by the way. Terrible name if you think about it. Okay, you fit dry as hell, boy.
No, but because like if you have sweaty
You're
dogs,
drip dry as hell, boy.
they're Nike socks for working out. So it's like wicking the sweat off of your feet.
I guess. They're just the bumming around the crib, Dreefies. Orally, brown
Should that
denim.
be the new thing when you see like the most swagless homies? Is your fit is dry as fuck?
Yo, you got the dry
because
fit.
no drip.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, your drip dry as hell, boy.
Damn, dog, your dick and your fit dry as hell, boy.
I put the purr in Yom Kippur. Orally jeans, Our Legacy, ruffle ass shirt.
I like
First time I'm
that.
wearing
I've never
it.
seen that before.
I think I copped it in Sweden.
Really?
Yeah.
When we fucking
the
did
stock homies.
supermarket sweepstakes.
Bro, when I blew a bag at the shop with the cool
Wait, you had
sweets.
Oh, it was like, is it one free and then then it was a sprinkling
That's
off the
what he
top?
gave us. He was like,
Oh.
get something. Joachim was like, get something on me, and then
yeah.
everything else is a half off.
I'm like, what's the most expensive jacket?
Yeah.
Leather shearling. Done. All right, I'm good. Your boy did it.
Yom Kippur.
I got boots too, though. So.
Yeah, you did.
I should apologize to Joachim. We'll get it. We'll get it.
Yeah.
We'll get it.
I feel like anti-Semitism is on the rise in Sweden. I feel like racism is on the rise.
Are there
in
any
Sweden.
Jewish people in Sweden?
For sure. Y'all everywhere.
More Jews than blacks in Sweden, probably.
No, there's a bunch of migrants got kind of sought asylum in Sweden or got like relocated.
They put them all in one area.
Well, they're up in the north, and then like
The north.
yeah, they're up in the up near Santa. What else?
I don't
Hanes
know.
boxers. Oh, I was fucking wearing this beautiful trench that I got courtesy of the intel from our boy Jonah Weiner.
Unbeatable intel.
Unbeatable recon. Right? Is that it?
Unbeatable recon. What's the intel portion?
I don't know.
Unstoppable
Yeah.
intel. You know the fucking vibes.
It's Wise for Men, which is a Yoji Yamamoto subline.
Not wise potato chips. The letter Y.
The letter Y apostrophe S for men. I forget what year this is from, but it's from a Yoji vintage store, Yoji specialized vintage store called Used Internet Shop. He was based in Korea.
Yeah, that's a gas name.
Yeah, Used Internet Shop. I forget his name, but he's like, he emails, he takes care of you.
Oh yeah.
And not because like
You
I
like
didn't,
cop
say,
this over email?
No, I copped from the store.
Oh.
It's I believe all Yoji, and I was just looking this up because I was like, wait, what is this brand again? I forget. Because I copped it over the summer, and now I can finally start dressing. Shorts and hoodie season.
It's a diffusion line from Yoji Yamamoto,
Which he
right?
just relaunched.
Oh, sick.
Like this year. So I don't know if anything's out yet or if they just
Yeah.
put the news out, but the master.
Speaking of wise potato chips, this coat is gastronomical, dude. I thought to me, it looks kind of like comb. Leather collar, fucking duster length, full raglan sleeve. That is, yo,
It's
I'm
just
jelly,
Heather,
dude.
It's
I'm
just
jelly.
Heather gray that you probably can't see it on camera, but it's kind of got this like
That's sick.
slight purple undertone.
You
like
are
I was saying.
so colorblind.
This is according to the guy. This is according to the guy.
A little sheen.
Yeah. I'm not
According to the used internet shop.
According to the used internet shop.
There's a mauve undertone.
But the leather collar is definitely what sold me. The fucking hidden placket. You know the fucking. It's
That's
very
a beast. Is there a belt or no?
no,
Just
straight fucking
Woo!
to the ankles.
damn, dude. You're gonna be looking like a fuck. You look like Inspector Gadget, dude.
I know. Maiden name on the pinky. Ring concierge on the pointer.
Mm-hmm. Ring concierge
cash.
kind of comes from the used internet store kind of line of branding.
Just like very literal names.
it's amazing.
We're the ring store.
Normally you expect that from the Asian homies because of the translation. We've talked about this before, but Ring Concierge is just an American company that was like, let's be.
This guy's not like a fuck. This guy's like Canadian. Like he speaks. He's fluent in English. He's not just like a.
But he's an expat in Korea.
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good for that guy.
Reattaching the lobe. Drinking a Diet Pepsi. Greenpoint's finest. That's it. Lawrence, what are you wearing?
I wore cameos to the crib. I have
Boot
on
season.
the Threadies Lederhosen. I am wearing.
Are these the game? Are these the game chewed ones?
I don't know, dude.
You didn't wear your Uggs to the crib?
No. I didn't wear my. But here's
You fulfilled your obligations and you left the house, accomplisted the mission.
Yeah, when I was
back to the house.
when I was going back and forth with my good friends at Carl Auto, representing their client UGG, which actually is I forget it's actually the parent company, but that's
Okay.
People don't need all the information. At first, I wanted to go with some type of caption that was like, I would have done this for free because the UGG Tasman is my dog walking bodega run shoe of choice, and I believe I said this on the show.
Pay for this.
No, I know, but the pair that I had before when Pepper passed, I couldn't look at them because I just associated with them. I had to throw them away.
Oh, damn.
And then look at that, just right in the inbox like a fucking Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur miracle. New pair with a little cash attached, a little bag to chase.
This was it was very funny and like very like I was like, oh, there's Larry. Larry's Larrying.
That you did known about this.
No, I knew about this.
I had to ask for your permission. Well, no. I had to be like,
yo, heads up. No,
Yeah,
what's funny was that you hard launched the dog because it's like, oh, you're fucking clickbaiting or like baiting
bro.
like crazy right now
and it worked.
on the SpawnCon to like
You have to.
pump those numbers up, which is smart, but also like I don't know, I giggled.
Exploitative,
And, yeah,
child
for sure.
labor.
It's like Krishan, Blueface's baby mama, putting her baby's bookings email in the baby's IG bio.
Yeah, I think though I do a better job of supporting my dog than her with that kid just flopping out in Walmart, dude.
Bro, you know she has a TV show
What
called
channel?
Baddies, but it's like they get like Whoa Vicky, remember her?
Yeah.
The only white woman that can say the N-word, although I guess she can't say it.
Who knows, dude?
Ruby Rose, like people of that ilk. Krishan.
Did you see the Ruby Rose where she said something like the Casamigos go straight to my coochie? Yeah, you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
that's not a dry fit.
No, sir.
Yeah, they have a show, and it's on a
Wait, why would Ruby Rose degrade herself by being on a show with Whoa Vicky and
same reason you fucking posted in
Blueface's baby mom?
SpawnCon.
Oh, the bag?
bag.
Yeah. No, I will say that normally
Anyway, it's a show I want to get into. It's a show I need to get into. It's
Oh,
on the streaming
okay.
platform Zeus, which I've never heard of that, but
damn, dude.
and there's a boy baddies. Boys can be baddies too.
Go and brush your shoulders off. Any notables on that cast list?
Not Bunk, unfortunately, but who is like such a tragic figure.
So the whole thing is
Never
it's
did.
like relatively good-looking people or extremely good-looking people like Ruby Rose just acting out.
I think they're just like in a house and get fucked up
Ratchet?
and just fight. Yeah.
hood, etc.
Ooh, careful
Other
now.
ghetto.
'cause
I'm
it's-
using air quotes because it's not. I would never.
Well,
I would never say that.
I hope people are watching this then.
No, normally I feel like I would use the dog to just fucking clickbait any fit pick because engagement is.
But this is hard
life.
of on the grid, right?
And what I'm saying is I'm very happy that I saved her for this bag attachment.
You can throw her out now. Like you're done
She's
with her.
good.
Like,
Well, my
okay.
thing is like you got to fucking.
She's fulfilled her duties.
You got to earn your keep in this family. You either got to be in the photo, you got to be in front of the lens. Me, George, you were behind the lens. Jenna took all those pics. Fucking.
How many picks? You had to estimate.
It was a lot, bro. Because there was a lot of locations because there's like, you need stuff for grid, you need stuff for stories. You got to provide a lot of options to the client. This is what it's like being an influencer, dude.
Does
It's hard.
Georgie always chew on your gay Mozart socks?
What's hilarious is that because she's in that late puppy or the internet is like it's a teenage phase where she's testing limits, she's really going for feet, for Achilles, for shoes, for socks. But when I was outside, giving her the opportunity to do this for real, I had to really fucking piss her off and bait her into doing it. So it's like
By just showing them these fucking terrible socks.
I had to really fucking, get the elastic on her face. Yeah, come on,
Really
come on,
the
girl.
ankle.
You hungry, ain't you?
Unfurl the ankle foreskin.
Yeah.
We had to do.
But
my buddy has
got the shot though.
My buddy has a pug that will just like bite the shit out of your feet if you're socked. If you're unsocked,
You're good.
you're good. But if
Dog
you're,
hates socks.
if the dogs are sheathed up, the dog's coming after you.
That dog wants to free all the dogs, dude.
Yeah.
Get him out of those socks. Anyway, shout out to everyone who engaged with my SpawnCon. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Couldn't
Like
chase
and
the bag
comment.
without you.
Right.
Moving on up,
Are you gonna be like, you know how on Twitter you just don't post anymore? Is
Yeah.
that gonna be you on IG now? You just don't post
No.
except for pod promo.
No, I had some grand designs to close out summer strong, but we were super busy. My real job got in the way. Couldn't just be out here gallivanting. We're not influencers. We're influential. Sometimes I cross over to the other side, the dark side. But yeah,
I gotta say, it is.
I'll be on grid sooner than you fucking think, baby.
It is wild that I feel like we our following is probably like 90% overlap. Every photo I see liked by Sartortoli Inc. Every single photo.
What do you
It's
mean?
Wild.
Oh, of other people.
You've already been there, like double tapping.
Oh yeah, show love to get love, baby. You know the.
No, but I'm just saying,
vibes.
like, I don't know. I'm curious what you're.
And you know what? You've also seen liked by Sartortoli Inc. on my own photos because every like counts, kids.
Damn. Like by how to talk to girls at parties
Yep,
too.
that
Like
too.
by throwing fits.
Also, you know what I'll do is I'll log into TF and I'll always even like your shit too because I'm like, wow, this man's really too proud to give himself a like from TF. I got to do it, and that's fine. I'll do that whole fucking day.
you do that. You mop up. You're a mopper.
Or maybe you know what it is. I'm reinforcing your negative behavior where now you know that I'll just do it for you, that you don't even think about it, right?
Actually, I was in TF DMing. Are we behind the paywall? I don't know. I was DMing a guest that if we do book them, the boys listening at home are going to be very excited. And my fucking dump ski was just like on grid. I was like, oh, Lawrence has a link.
What is it like? College classes like Moesha, titties like Mia Khalifa. What did she post?
Yeah.
Are we behind
Yeah.
paywall?
No.
Whatever. Well, it's one of two people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, who played?
Moesha coming soon.
Brandy. Brandy on the pod, baby. Well, we don't. Who's to say?
Right.
Where does
Randy from Randy. What's she doing? I don't know.
where
Performing with Usher?
No, where does Mia Khalifa live?
L.A.
Oh.
She's like a cool girl now.
Shout out Brenda hashtag.
It's the adult
friends with
film industry cool girl pipeline.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right? Sasha Grey, Entourage. Then Jesse
And the girlfriend experience. You ever watched the Soderbergh movie? Fire.
Jesse Andrews.
Yeah.
Is like a cool girl now.
Yeah, you can't do porn forever.
And then Mia Khalifa.
It's like Georgie won't be able to be in SpawnCon for much longer. She's
aged out. She's aged out.
She's already aged out at 4.5 months.
Damn.
Yeah, that bitch.
Brutal town. Brutal town.
Damn.
All right,
dude.
what else are you wearing besides these terrible socks?
Finally lost enough weight where I can wear these awesome and Austin work pants.
Nice.
Literally, like, been running them back a few times this week because from the day that I got them up until literally maybe like last week, they just did not fit. But we're back, baby. Or not even. We've arrived.
Yeah,
we've arrived, baby.
We're here.
Yeah, they're great.
We're inside these pants.
Shout out and Austin. Shout out Ruben. Shout
Super
out the
underrated.
fucking fellas.
Oh, not even underrated, but just like
Well, the collections are so small. There's just
yeah. I have like one or two things from them.
Same.
Just fucking. I mean, yo, can I just say, thank God fall weather's here. I think that summer is actually the hardest season to like get fits off in.
But you
'cause
and I had our uniforms on lock, and we looked good all summer.
But it's just hard, like, because you wear the same shit. It's like, oh, shorts and a t-shirt, shorts
Yeah,
and a short sleeve shirt,
I mean,
whatever.
you do that. I definitely overdress like a little bit. Like you will. Like, do you wear? You don't wear jeans at all during the summer. Just maybe in like
I'll
a
wear
fit
like
pick.
light ones.
Okay.
Like lightweight ones, like at night.
Evening jeans.
Yeah, my
Bla-
formal-
by black tie, silver
My
tabs.
formal denim.
They're black tabs.
But yeah, shout out Ann Austin.
Wait,
But,
so besides this coat, do you have anything that like you're really pumped to break out the fucking plastic or?
dude, I don't know, because the last
glass?
time I really fucking went through my five closets with a fine tooth comb, it was the Purge, right? So I was like skipping over the favorites. Obviously, like some second layer levas.
Sure.
I
I got the White Man Averex ready to go, which is just a very bright second layer leather. Ice
Trebbian,
cold.
a Trebbian leather.
Damn.
I don't know this for sure, but I don't know. I was going through it. Some cheapy, right?
Oh, for sure.
Like this fucking dude I got to bust out over the weekend.
This dude over here.
Bitch over here. But I don't know. It's an exciting time for sure. Also, just like pants. I love pants, bro.
Yeah,
you know
I
I
mean,
fuck with
you
pants.
you can wear pants like kind of jackets. I understand.
Also hoodies. I haven't worn hoodies like in 2
Kind
years.
of not really on the hoodie tip,
Bro,
or
I'm
on the
about
on the crew neck tip
I'm
either.
about I'm about to be back on the hoodie tip big time.
Yo, one thing that the weight loss has me psyched for, because I've never really done this, is not cardigans, but sweaters. Because normally the tits pop too hard, and I'm just like, my whole day is I'm just in my own head, thinking that people are looking at my juicy C's. But now that I'm like, I don't know, dude, I'm like a B cup now. I'm excited to break out a little sweater gang.
Here's a question, because like obviously your weight loss has been the dominant narrative of.
I have nothing going on
the last
besides
year
that.
with throwing fits. Yeah, you don't do anything. But are you gonna just continue starving yourself, or are you gonna like hit the gym, or like do shit and like I don't know. I'm just curious.
Yeah, well, I had a come to Jesus moment where I called the paparazzi on myself, and I posted my one street style from this past New York Fashion Week. And Jenna, and I hope she's not mad that I'm saying this, but these were her words. She goes, "You look like a Holocaust survivor."
Damn.
And I was like, okay.
Thank you.
First of all, I was like, that's the sweetest thing you've ever said. But I was like, damn, I am like.
You were wearing a striped shirt.
The boy in the striped Brioni. I think that pic, I look like way thinner than I actually am.
You're also sucking on a dart like it's your fucking
last one,
bro. Like you're fucking. You could suck a bowling ball through a hose with that. with that mouth.
I blast every dart like it might be my last. But
you consume very enthusiastically, whether it's food, alcoholic beverages, cigarettes. You are.
I live life vigorously.
Your gullet has been abused.
Yeah,
you've been throat fucked.
I got a big mouth. What can I say? But she did have me shook a little bit where I'm like, yeah, like in my own mind, because of my body dysmorphia, like I've said before, I want to disappear, I want to shrink, I want to evaporate. But I also don't want to be out here looking like frail and weak and easily duffable.
Yeah. No.
So I think I need to get back in the gym and start tossing plates again.
Bro, I'm going to a new trainer. It's a whole new James.
Another trainer.
Going to another trainer where my boy Anoop has been to this guy a bunch, and he like legitimately, I'm not gonna say, but he like legitimately, his main client is like a movie star, so he'll just like disappear for like 3 months to put this guy to shape.
What kind of movie star? Like a dude in superhero movies?
Yeah, not like A-list though. I don't think. I don't know. But seeing him tomorrow, doing an hour and a half
first time
fitness assessment evaluation.
Yikes!
Where I had to document like almost a week's worth of everything I ate and all my exercise.
How'd that go?
It was fine because I was like with my parents for most of the week, so I was eating like relatively well, just like a lot of like seafood and like turkey sandwiches.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah. The parents' diet.
Yeah, he said
the parents' summer house diet.
He said, what did he
Wait,
say?
and you just give him like a fucking day-by-day breakdown?
Yeah,
and what kind of exercise were you doing?
Besides tennis,
besides lifting turkey sandwiches.
Tennis. I played pickleball with my parents.
Oh, right. You're a cardio guy.
Bike ride.
Wait, do you rock climb anymore? Or
yeah, but I haven't this week. But I also had to give him a list of goals, which I didn't give him.
Oh, let's riff
He
that
said,
out.
excellent. I'll take a look at this today. So I sent him my fucking week, where it's like decent up until Saturday, Sunday, and they just fall off a cliff. Excellent. I'll take a look at this today, but it definitely looks like solid food choices at first glance.
Just turkey sandwiches and shrimp and wraps.
I mean, I'm like
salads. Is that what you? That's not what you would eat at home, right? Or is that what you would eat here if you weren't with your parents?
I mean, I haven't cooked for myself in like months.
You and me both, brother.
It's been a rough few months, but
I feel like one time when we've talked about when you weighed yourself at some retreat or in some
I was
spa.
in Miami.
Oh, okay. You were
the Standard.
You're at the Standard Spa and Resort, a spa and hotel. And we don't need to say because we're not here to fat shame, and we have all different sizes of people that listen to the show. But you were approaching a number that
I was pushing 4 Virgils. I was just under $2.
Okay, let's just
and I couldn't fit into some Our Legacy Dickies.
Damn.
And that's when I was like, damn. I thought I was like 175, but I'm fucking
So
then I.
But what I want to say is when you said all that, I believe you said your goal was, and I think it maybe always is to look good naked. Is that still where your head's at?
It was like, what are your goals? I'm like, well, being on camera, I want to like look hot. Being recently single, like obviously that too. But I was like, yeah, I want to lose my double chin. I want to like build out my chest a little bit, lose this fucking the get money gut. Like I just want to like. From rock climbing,
the bizarre belly.
From rock climbing, you get like a little like beefy, but I just want to like get like cut and tone and have like sex muscles, like cum gutters again. Gutters, that's the goal.
Besides you, I follow 2 dudes that like actively rock climb. Like that's like the content they put out there, and I'm not gonna put these fucking goons on blast. You do know both of them. They are fucking not just shredded, but like jacked.
Yeah. Rock climbing will
It'll do that.
jack you up. Guaranteed to
So you
jack
can get
up.
back on the fucking boulders?
I don't know, but yeah. I mean, I like doing it just because it's like you exercise for 30 seconds and you're on your phone for like 5 minutes.
Oh,
That's
nice.
like
Hell
how
yeah.
you do it.
That's
fire.
that's a really good fucking cycle.
It's fire.
Climb, phone, repeat.
Yeah, for like an hour.
Speaking of,
But yeah, so I'm seeing that dude tomorrow. But
okay.
yo, so maybe
Wait, can you say? I mean, you told me what his name is, and it's hilarious. No, you don't want to say.
Nah, but
Is he like a guy?
I've never seen this guy before. I don't know.
His name is hilarious.
It's not. He doesn't go by that name.
Then why did you say it?
It's what me and like my friend refers to him as that.
Oh. That's pretty funny.
It's
dude.
not like pejorative. It's just like
No.
it's not a nickname he has for himself. It's like when I nicknamed Frank from Leisure Center Frank the Mad Dog.
Frank the Mad Dog.
Who I think we're behind the paywall. Is
Finally.
next. Well, we're recording with him soon. Oh, I guess we'll talk about this week's guest later
Yeah.
because he was dropping some some heat that we gotta dissect.
We'll talk about it.
Anyway, sorry, what else are you wearing?
Moving on up, Our Legacy Workshop Tee. One thing I am excited to break out is you and I have when the Our Legacy Dickies touchdown.
Yes.
Originally, the ones that you were that you couldn't fit into in Miami, and you have since been trying to fit into, and I'm sure you can now. Oh, we got the matching jacket. I've barely ever worn that jacket. It's just the Dickies Eisenhower
it's
with
fire.
the embroidered workshop, bro.
It's great.
I have like never really worn that. That is the perfect piece of white outerwear.
You have a khaki one?
Yeah, the
mushroom?
the hummus.
Hummus.
The hummus. Okay. Up top, my boy Joe Wakili did a F1 La Machina Rosa Ferrari bootleg hat. Shout out Joe. I do not watch F1. I will not claim.
You watch the show?
No, I do not watch
watch
Drive
the
to
show.
Survive. But I do love to support Big Tobacco. Shout out Marlboro. Don't sue Joe. And I just love going turbo. So I felt like, you know what, maybe break this hat out.
24 hours
Yeah.
a day.
Rolly on the wrist, wedding ring on the fingy, wifey on the pinky, Greenpoint's finest in the Hydro Flask. Hill City boxer briefs that are one size too big because laundry days are coming.
Yo,
And-
oversized boxers or like underwear that's too big. That's like a rough fucking. Like,
Oh,
thing
I'm
to
so
do.
jumbled, bro.
It sucks.
Dude, I'm at.
And like they like fall down and your pants get all hiked up. It's it's crazy.
My dick and balls be out of pocky right now, dude. It is not a good. The waistband like doesn't.
Underwear is like one of the few things where it's better like size down
I
than
agree.
like size up. You know,
Though you don't want like the muffin top sitch either.
No,
that never feels good. But you're right. I'm literally like, yeah, dude. I need like suspenders.
You might be going cheeks on chair right now.
No, I don't think so. Whoa,
You might be going cheeks on leather.
cheeks on Austin, bro. But yeah, I need to do laundry. That's basically the moral of that story. What are the title
Cheeks on
options?
leather
Cheeks
and
on-
boys can be baddies too.
Okay, those are all terrible. All right, I believe that is a complete fit check and drink check.
All right.
What are we talking about today?
We're talking about the fact that now that my 5 closets are it's a ghost town out there, right? I have so much room that I need to fill up these coffers with. And I was, doing some shopping, like the weather's turning and everything. There's just some brands out there that I'm like, I wrote this down in our notes where it's like, there are brands that we don't have in our arsenal because mainly for reasons of them just being too expensive or like maybe they don't even fucking, work with like your current, whatever the fuck you got going on style wise. Angelo Baque. That's next week. That's this week's guest. He said you looked like a off-brand Patrick Bateman or some shit.
Yeah, something like that. Something really rude that was captured on the record, which is a bummer because he said it right off top and then just pissed me off out the gate. And he's not wrong. I mean, I was wearing a vintage Armani Collezione shirt. I mean, there you go. Other than that, it was just like Mon Italy fatigues and whatever. You'll see the fucking fit pic tomorrow. Get the fuck out of here.
God damn.
It's so hard to be a white man in this industry.
Yeah. He gave you a good amount. You've gotten just a good amount of shit for just being so white recently, which I like.
What else happened?
Speedy.
Oh
at
my
the Nike dinner.
God, dude, we never talked about that. He was so. You literally were like, "Yo, this dude hates you." I'm like,
was
"Nah."
great.
He's just like, "It's just our relationship, man."
Yeah, it just makes fun of you.
Well,
in your face
it's
and-
one thing to be made fun of. Listen, the white man's burden, right? It's one thing to be made fun of for being white. We make fun of white people on the show all the time.
Oh,
It's
I hate
another
white
thing
people.
to be accused of being racist, even jokingly.
Well, all white people
which
are racist.
I mean, that it is. It is kind of institution. It is what term I'm looking for? It is
Systematic?
systemic.
System
It
of a
is
Down?
institutionalized. I don't know what the fuck. That's the wrong word.
Oh, you got system of a Down syndrome.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, but it was like,
Wake up!
Wake up. What brands are out there that like you maybe now with some fucking bizarre bread, you can like maybe see yourself sampling, dipping your toe into, if cost, accessibility, whatever the fuck you want to call it, like wasn't really a barrier.
And this is like brands that we don't normally shout out all
Just
the
like,
time.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I'm
obviously,
not gonna get more Legace, more cheapy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, it is Milan Fashion Week, and actually now it's fucking Paris Fashion Week. And though I believe there's not a ton of men's stuff being shown, both of us immediately, when we talked about this a little bit during pre-pro, Bottega, dude. I only have one pair of jeans. You got shades and
I have
jewelry.
2 pairs of sunglasses and a ring.
It's so fucking good, dude.
It's so expensive. It is.
Yeah. Well,
ridiculous. It is so expensive, and like as we get older, as we get our fucking money up, like
wiser.
You know, I was never like a capital F fashion guy. I have a few like
never have been.
Dries pieces and some like vintage Prada and shit, but like like I guess this fucking Yoji jacket, but it's all vintage, right?
Mm-hmm.
I am just like blown away at how expensive luxury fashion is. It's fucking absurd. It's too expensive.
I fucked up and started because we took like some time after the bazaar off. You went out of town. I was chilling on the couch on a little staycation, couch surfing. I got back on the fucking weed, dude. So I was high for like 4 days straight. Nice. And as the Bottega show, the images are coming out, and I'm like, oh my god, this shit is so fucking sick. And I'm kind of like back in love with it, like we're talking about. I'm like, let me just see. Like, okay. I remember going to the store recently. I was, shopping and so with Jenna, and looking at like the shirt that looks like it's a shirt, but it's leather. I'm like, maybe this is so dumb and high and foolish of me and naive, but it's like maybe it's on sale. I'm like, nah, that's still a $5,500, $5,600 shirt.
Bro.
That's a shirt.
Yeah.
Okay, a shacket, but it's like who can afford that?
I mean, I was at the outlets before tennis camp where I got like some shades and the ring, and that was like the dregs. They were like, if this stuff doesn't move,
we're burning it tomorrow.
We're burning it out back. We're taking it back and fucking old yeller in that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, even at the outlets, shit was like nothing under $1,500. And I'm like, bro, like this is fucking ridiculous.
Did they not have any like jeans or like some of that workwear stuff? Because that was all I could afford. But I think those jeans might have cost me like $350. That's like,
and that's down from what, like $900. Like,
and
for jeans,
and it's like you and I love like vintage Levi's, and like we've definitely like probably overpaid to have somebody else do the curation for us versus like hunting on eBay. Because
silver tabs on eBay, that's the gold mine.
But certain shit like I'm not trying to be a dick, but like the hunt. This is gonna make me sound like dick, but I'm being honest and real because I always am. The hunt is below my pay grade. I don't want to do the hunt, dude.
The hunt is literally just typing silver tabs into eBay and just finding they're like $20.
And I have an account, and I you know what? Now let me course correct. Welcome Home Vintage. That's my 501 plug. I know people have like, 501s are too skinny now, and we're on 505s or silver tabs, which you and we appreciate the whole spectrum of Levi's models, but I think that's the most I've ever spent on jeans in my life, dude. $350, $360.
I think these Orlees were like under $200
on sale.
Orlees like on crazy sale.
People
Orlees,
sleep on Orly. That would be another brand.
People sleep on Orly denim.
I have one pair of trousers that I wore during Fashion Week. That's in that as the Holocaust survivor fit pick. They're in there. Those were stolen from Seasons.
I had my only other Orly I stole from Seasons.
Shout
by
out
stolen,
Robbie.
I mean I paid like $50 for it.
Shout out Reggie for the gear that ain't Reggie.
No, I mean okay. You know what brought this up actually was we saw Connor McKnight at I went to his presentation and we saw him at K Tremine. And I told him, and I meant this, I think, I don't know, it's off the fucking Trulies. But I was like, yo, if I could just wear 4 brands right now, I think Connor McKnight might be one of them, especially after seeing his Spring 24 thing, which is like the biggest collection to date. It's like mad versatile. It has a little bit of everything, some technical, some shooting, blah, blah, blah. I think it's like, for sure. Our Legacy.
You're doing your top. You're doing your Mount Rush.
I think so. Just right now. It'd be like
Mount
Our
Cotmore.
Legacy, Connor McKnight. I think I put MF Pen in there, and this is not like forget like shoes. And,
the
like,
new
Nikes
MF Pen collection looks really fucking good, bro.
Dude, the little like lacy locker loop is a very sexy detail that we should
detail.
Be inspired by.
Yeah, I think we should get inspired for sure.
And fuck, what was the 4th? I forget. Oh, maybe it was Orly. No, Dries.
Can you want to finally talk about Dries being
Dries
back?
is back. Dries is good again. Dries Van Noten was fucking ass for a minute there, but it is back, and I found out that it's back in a very embarrassing, circuitous manner.
Tell me more.
I saw a TikTok of some guy being like, "Yo, ranking the looks I styled for Essence," and I was like, "What the fuck?" But then I'm like, "There's no way this kid styled it." But then he like walked through because he's like 19.
Yeah.
And he like walked through some Drees fits that he saw. And I'm like, that coat is fire.
Was he taking credit for like bad styling? Because that's the whole thing with Essence is the styling is absurd and straight ass.
Well, I think that here's the thing. I think that the first image you're shown is ass. Always ass. Ass
always lead ass.
Always
first.
lead with ass.
I mean, that leading ass first. I don't know. Can you put curse words in titles?
I don't think so.
Is that a curse word? Is ass a curse word?
Anyway,
you always lead with ass. You get it out of the way. You get it out of the way.
Ass first. It's a saying for a reason, right? But then, I'm telling you, like, Drees fucking back. And Drees always goes on sale because, one, it's slept on because it has been ass. Not just the Essence styling, but, like, the whole shit has been fucking...
Just the menswear in general.
But, yeah, I don't even know what the women's wear looks like. I don't pay attention to the women's wear. But I'm telling you, Drees is back. So right now,
okay.
I mean, I don't even know if I could want to wear that much Bottega or if it's just really like the accessories and shit for me and like the footwear from Bottega.
True.
I don't even know like what.
Well, Bottega's whole game is accessories, bags, footwear. Obviously, how many fucking puddle boots did we fucking see for a couple of years?
Bro, I want the woven leather derbies that they have.
Smoke.
The
shows.
loafers are kind of shitty looking.
What is that called? There's like some Italian word.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna pretend to know.
I don't fucking know.
I tried.
But
they're
like $1,600. I'm not gonna pay $1,600.
Well, that's their company. That's like it's kind of like Gucci, right? Like originally, or like they lead. Speaking of leading ass first, this is leading the leather first. Maybe like a horse's ass. We got something happening there. Yeah, shit is not cheap, bro.
But
especially when it comes to intricate leather footwear.
That being said, Matthew Blazy going crazy.
Matthew,
and he's like, I mean, okay, so that kind of goes into what are your 4 brands?
My top 4?
Just right now. Right now, if you could only wear 4 brands, what would they be right now? Just putting aside like vintage,
damn, dude,
shoes.
Okay.
Levi's denim, like the staples.
All right,
aside.
Madewell, J. Crew, Gap, and probably.
Dave, you really are a fucking honky.
No. I don't know. I'd have to spend. Well, I'm with you with OL. Shout out the homies. I really like Drake's. I'm a Drake's fucking fiend.
But you don't
else?
own that much Drake's.
I would love to own more, bro. It's another brand that's like, yo, bro. I'm not walking into a store, and I'm not spending $300 on a shirt. It's never gonna happen. I would love to get some for free.
Well, you did spend $1,400 on 2 shirts, right? The Turnbull and Assheads.
Yeah, which was the biggest mistake I've ever made. Dude.
Yeah,
I've lived a blessed life, dude. That was the only L I've ever taken.
2 L's
besides my own name.
You looked like a fucking gay Holocaust survivor in those.
But I honestly, dude,
the gay boy in the striped shirts.
I was wearing the green one around Fashion Week, with you. If I felt like it. The yellow one, I kind of the yellow and maroon looks really good on your phone screen.
Sure.
And I was not high.
No, it doesn't.
I was not high when I bought those, but it seemed
like
better.
A popcorn salesman.
Yeah.
Like a carny.
Yeah,
like
it's
a
tough.
vaudeville fucking ringleader.
Yellow is hard to wear as a white man. Speaking of white men,
yellow's hard to wear as a yellow man.
Yeah.
It looks good on more melatonin skin tones.
Melatonin rich skin. Yeah. So right. That's honestly that might be the most that's crazy. With hindsight being 2020, that's the most I've spent on clothes in 10 years with those 2 fucking stupid shirts.
You could have bought
and then
you could have bought 1/3 of your dog.
Yeah, and then the subsequent fucking, customer service complaints that were aired out.
Now do you feel like you have to wear them?
Yeah.
Because you spent so much fucking
Yeah.
But
I've been wearing them and they're
a thing.
wearable.
It's a thing.
The highest compliment I can pay to the Turnbull and asshole shirts is that they're wearable.
They are shirts that go on your body.
They're silk. It's a silk crepe. It's nice on a hot day. We'll leave it at that. I don't know. You know me. What I want right now is I want fucking vintage Brioni shirt. Ralph Lauren always, bro.
Oh, so you're going like real classic.
But that's what I wear. That's what I like.
I'm just talking about like what's really tickling your pickle right now.
Bro, I'm really excited for fucking new Gucci. I love fucking Bottega. But what you were gonna make a great point that I think we should lean into here because people are always like, oh, they just talk about how cool their lives are every week. Yeah, motherfucker, we have cool lives. But Fashion Week's over, so now it's back to just being fucking normies. And let's talk about the fucking what Matthew represents, which is internal
going crazy, baby.
Internal talent that was promoted because they fucking deserve it, not because they fucking have a name that just, gets fired and hops on the carousel and then, throws a dart at a wall and sees what job they can get next.
I was going to segue into this, but
much more efficiently, I'm
well, no, but if you want to skirt past your top 4 right now. Fine. That's fine. But yeah, so Blazy, I think the rumors are that, and maybe it's being borne out because Daniel Lee, formerly Bottega, did we ever find out why he got unceremoniously fucking
the rumors
kicked
about
out,
like
booted?
being racist? I think it was
Those
just
were
like
dispelled.
it was very it was not convenient. It played into a narrative that was happening at the time that was obviously very believable.
Yeah. Well, what he's doing in
That
Burberry,
shirtless, jacked ginger just on the cover of every magazine. People are like, "Oh, this guy definitely is racist."
Yeah.
Look at this fucking.
Some people think when they see you.
Look at this ginger fuck
when you pull up in the F1. But
in the La Machina Rosa.
okay, so Blazy was like, okay, for a minute there, it felt like all the big,
Red Machine.
I think so.
That's the Taylor Swift cottage industry, the Red Machine.
There it is.
Boom. Moving on.
Relevance.
Sorry.
Okay, getting back on track here. So Daniel Lee, when he got booted out of Bottega, Matthew Blazy stepped up, but a lot of people were like, yo, he's already been like the guy.
I'm not the step designer. I'm the designer who stepped up.
He's already been the guy that's like made Bottega fire.
Yeah.
And Daniel Lee was just kind of like in this like whatever, like
he was his boss.
Vain glory position.
Yeah.
His boss. And now he's fucking turning out dog shit at Burberry.
So
it's
bad.
like pretty clear maybe that actually was like the truth.
Yeah.
Blazy going crazy. He was a behind the scenes guy. And for a minute there, it felt like all the capital F fashion houses were just like doing like the New York Knicks thing where you just like hire or like sign a free agent for like a year of just a fucking grizzled veteran that's, his glory days are way behind
Bring
him.
in D Rose and let's just see what he can do.
Yeah, bro.
That's like so Ricardo Tisci's the Derrick Rose of fashion.
Ricardo Tisci is the Derrick Rose of
That
fashion.
man fucking blew. Yeah, it's like you.
A Rottweiler bit his knee.
Yeah, youngest MVP. That's Watch the Throne era.
Yeah.
Designed the Watch the Throne cover. Great leather skirts. Awesome. Rottweiler fucking goes after your ACL. And then you're just honestly, bro. It's like the Burberry curse. Here's just random. Is Burberry savable?
I don't know.
You got to use all the checks, and it's like the house codes are so stringent that it's like. I think Daniel Lee was exposed as being like a capper in terms of like actual design talent. Not that I'm sure he couldn't like put together a kind of fire roster to continue on sports analogy, but dude, that shit sucks, and he apparently is not talented whatsoever.
But who am I to say that? But a lot of houses now are like hiring not just like the splashy names that where they have to come in, except for like LV and Pharrell. That's probably the most obvious exception.
Yes.
And I guess Daniel Lee and
because
Burberry
they had to be. LV to follow Virgil had to be. We've talked about this.
Yeah. But it seems like they're moving away from that model and kind of going back to like promoting from within.
Yeah.
People that already have the fucking ropes down of like, know where the bodies are buried or how to like are also like just ingratiated already in like their system and
or hiring someone not based on a name but just based on the actual fucking skill set. Who would have thunk it?
So Peter Hawkins at Tom Ford. This is his first women's wear collection, I believe.
Yeah, in the post Tom Ford era, because Tom Ford is out the paint. He got paid and he bounced.
And this guy
was,
I believe, designing Tom Ford menswear for mad long, but now he's doing the whole thing, and people loved it.
It was sexual, dude.
Yeah, it was sexy. I mean, it's definitely not clothes that there's like a leather crop coat that I was like, damn, if I was fucking skinny and tall, I'd wear that shit.
That's another brand where it's like I've never owned any Tom Ford, but I see a guy in a Tom Ford suit, whether it's like an A-lister on a red carpet or even just like a model on the runway. These are obviously two bad examples because both you and I look like neither of those two classes of basically aliens that walk amongst us. But I'm always like, dude, I would love to just fucking get a Tom Ford suit in the rotation. Yeah, well, I don't know what the fucking price point on that is, but damn.
Patreon to step up.
Shit's sexy, bro.
Sabato De Sarno at Gucci. He put in his decades at Valentino and Prada, which Valentino dog shit, but like, I guess what he's doing at Gucci. I mean, anyone that was going to take Gucci and like swing the pendulum back from Alessandro Michelle's now like very dated maximalist fucking whimsy Wes Anderson ass shit, like great. Haven't seen the men's stuff, but if the women's wear is any indication, it's definitely pared back, minimalist, kind of like not regular shit, but like luxurified.
Risk averse. I think that's what Rachel Tashin said, that she, I think, wanted it to be riskier, this idea. And I don't know if, like, and I think that when a critic of her stature is talking about stuff, I think she's she's definitely looking at it through the women's lens. Like, when it comes to, like, this capital F fashion tier of menswear, I'm not like into any risk taking. I'm sure like the art, whatever, great, shout out the master and guys of that ilk. But for me, it's like, yo, is the shit wearable?
Right.
Obviously, it's not going to be.
It's not affordable.
It's not going to be affordable. What I will say though is that when it was like the design by committee, like after Alessandro bounced, which again, what happened there? That's another one where like that's the story I really want to know. I don't give a fuck about Daniel Lee.
And it's like
but the design by committee,
era,
that menswear was really good.
Yeah, but in the previous
So I
era,
wonder
feel
what's
like
going to happen next.
Alessandro would have ended up at like gotten scooped up as a fucking grizzled veteran free agent with like dealing with injuries, but he's not doing anything.
I think the rumor is he's going to do his own line, which he should because he Alessandro-ified Gucci. It was just him, and that's why it's so tough for a brand to lose a guy like that, even though apparently, the whole thing was he was pushed out because the sales eventually lagged because people are like, I don't want
snakes on my jeans.
I don't want to wear snakes on the jeans.
I don't want the bumblebee sneakers.
I don't want to
bro.
wear a fucking fur-lined mule horse bit anymore.
No more, and I'm wearing a whole farm on the body.
But I do love Gucci, bro. I'm a Gucci governor. I got a lot of.
You're a Gucci
I'm
guy.
a sledsman, right? I got the fucking footwear. I don't know if I'd ever buy like Gucci apparel. With that said, I want to see it be good.
Yeah.
Like I fucking root for
We're all
Gucci.
rooting for you, Sabato.
We're rooting for Gucci, dude.
Yeah. Gucci rooters.
Guys on my timeline be like, "Go Gucci!"
And then the last guy is Simone Bellotti at Bally, which you were like, yo, people are geeking over Bally right now, which I haven't seen that. I've been a little offline, but like if you say it, then it must be true.
I had a little fashion powwow over some beers with some names who I won't put on blast, and that was all people could talk about was like, yo, did you see? And also, I think people, I mean, you and I, obviously, I think that other people be more tactful in the post-Ruigi dunkage, but like, I think everyone wants to see Bally like be good because of like what happened with the scammer of all scammers.
I think people are just like, wait, what's Bally?
what could Bally be?
What is Bally? It's like a Swiss. It's Swiss. It's tennis. I don't fucking
know. It's like winter sports, dude. It's like après ski. But I think his shit was, and not that Ruigi shit was even that bad, if we're being totally fair. Good styling. Shout out George Cortina. But I think that the new Bally people, people want that chic fucking tastefulness from the Swiss, I guess, and they're getting it from this homeboy.
Right.
And what about the fucking Ferragamo Wonder Kid? Maximilian Davis, whatever the fuck. That kid is also fucking. They hired his ass out of school. He was
But that's
nobody.
not an example of someone that kind of like put in the years and the work. Like they just obviously took a huge risk on.
But they saw
just hiring-
talent.
They saw talent and hired this dude who was a no name, now runs Ferragamo and like making moves. But
that's being the number one draft pick, and then you're starting at quarterback opening day.
Yeah, Zach
Right?
Wilson.
Zach
Wilson.
He's not because he's fucking crushing. Now, with that said, when we were in Italy for work, Jen and I did a shopping day, and I was looking for summer footwear for vacation because I was like,
we get some Ferragamo driving loafers.
No, that's Todd's, bro. But
Ferragamo too.
Really, they do.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, that's their thing.
Well, I went and I tried on these like cowboy boot
God.
mules, kind of like
For the summer?
Yeah, just something
Like the Dries ones I want.
kind of like the Dries ones, which are way more embellished. These are like cleaner. I think they were a patent, and they definitely did not end up getting copped. But I was like, and I was only really looking at footwear. I wasn't perusing the fucking men's ready to wear. But I was like, damn, like Ferragamo, what do you think of? The belts, right? You think of scammers and belts, and if your lawyer looks like this, you're going to jail type shit. Yeah. But it's actually fucking tasteful. And he's a guy, you're right, came right out of school into the league, but that was whoever is the CEO of Ferragamo or that group, the fashion group that owns them, recognizing talent and empowering talent.
Or they're just like
black talent.
Or they're just like,
black
fuck it.
Young talent.
Fuck it. Give it to the 25-year-old.
I mean,
fuck it. Take the ball.
He might have even been younger, dude, when he got the job because he's been there for like a couple seasons now. But anyway, honestly, we say all this to say, whatever you do not hire Ricardo Tisci.
Or Daniel Lee.
Daniel Lee. Daniel Lee's getting fired, bro.
Yeah?
I mean, I don't. Dude, it's so bad. We talked with Brenda a bit about it, and obviously she has her own little beef with Daniel Lee. Bro, it's dog shit. It's as bad. Ricardo Tisci's Burberry is maybe the worst, like, splashy, big name, anchor brand. Like at London Fashion Week, like this is what everyone's waiting for that like I'd ever seen in my life. This is on that level. It's trash.
I know. But again, it's when you promote from within or hire someone that is like purely about the work and not about necessarily like the world building. Like when you bring someone in that is a splashy name, they have to like revamp everything, right? And they will like clean house, bringing their own team, bringing their own ateliers, like the fucking ladies in the white coats, versus someone that comes up through the farm system and like knows the deal, knows the ropes, has relationships, like understands how to get things done within the company, within the infrastructure, the existing infrastructure.
Yeah,
which it's just like they're just trying to further the fucking cohesion of the full line, not just like put their fucking stamp their name on it.
Right.
Like you probably see when you have like a boldface name come in and be like, all right, this is the blank era.
Yeah, which I guess like at a place like you keep using Burberry as an example, like you gotta fucking wipe the Tishy slate clean. I understand like what they were trying to do. I'm sorry that it did not work, but yeah, I mean it's for some of these brands, man, you're just these houses, man, with the built-in codes where like you kind of have to work between like these parameters that have been established fucking hundreds of years ago. Like a lot of these guys are not set up for success, and yeah, even the best.
It's also
of
like,
them,
you have 2 years. You have 2 years to fucking turn the ship around.
I mean, and I think that's what was crazy about the Luigi thing. Like, and again, no one was surprised, but like some of these motherfuckers, which is not fair, scamming or otherwise, like you only get sometimes one shot, one season. How is it even possible to succeed? Maybe two.
Mom spaghetti.
Damn, bro.
Knees weak. These sleds are heavy. You know who had actually, speaking of this week's guest, had a lot of insights into this kind of like it's a parallel, but it's obviously not in like fashion, but it's at a huge brand, was Angelo Bacche, the former brand director of Supreme, for 10 years, definitely brought Supreme, I guess these are like 06 to 2016, about maybe 2007.
10 years. 10 years, yeah.
10 years. Definitely brought Supreme, was the guy that like brought Supreme to the mainstream and like made it into the fucking beast, the $2.1 billion beast that it is.
Played a huge part for sure.
But we were asking about, Tremaine coming in as creative director and then that like fucking spat fallout.
Implosion.
Very public explosion, implosion, whatever. And he was very like forthright and telling, not like burning bridges or like naming names or like saying where the body's buried, but he was saying some shit where it's just like, yo, like, it sounded like Supreme is a tough place to work at. And
Absolutely.
Robbie, don't clip this out.
Yeah. You made a great point where this pod, and shout out Angelo for, I thought it was awesome. And I think people are really going to like it. And you made the best point, not to repeat what you said, but it was like, this is a read between the lines pod. If you're paying attention and you're not just looking for fucking yucks and gags and riffs and bits, like this guy said a lot. And just fucking pay attention because the insights, honestly, may be the most insightful pod in a long time in terms of how a machine like Supreme actually operates.
I mean, we also got kind of like indications of this, I think, through Tyshawn, where it's like, yo, like it's a business.
It's a job,
like,
bro.
It is a job. It is a business. There's an office. There's like office politics. There's, you got to navigate those fucking fraught waters. It's not just like cool guys making cool shit. There's plenty of that, but it's also just like, it's a fucking job.
And he was the first POC in a position of power in that entire company.
Yeah.
And it's not like this was 40 years ago. I mean, that would be.
This was 15 years ago?
Not even.
And what he said that was also really telling, he's like, look at what I made in my own image coming out of a place where I maybe identified what I thought was like lackluster or lacking entirely. Coming out of that, like when for example, when we left Barstool, it's like, all right, new chance. What do we fucking
clean slate?
What do we not want to do? What do we want to do? Right? You kind of like
what an amazing analogy.
You make a project in the image of like or it's informed by like previous endeavors.
Sure.
Where it's like, all right, clearly that was fucking terrible, or that was working. So like, let's bring that over.
Right.
So I think when you see what you see him doing with Awake, and he said this, but it's like, what he's doing with Awake is very much just like the Angelo Bacche vision, not Supreme.
Yeah, and I'm excited for people to hear this because just one more kind of like preview or a little tease, but this idea that like I think a lot, and I agree, he said this, and I kind of find myself guilty of this to some degree too, which is like, oh yeah, like Awake is just a t-shirt and hoodie brands. Like it's not. Like there is full collections, like they are making real impressive cut and sew.
Bro, the rhinestone hoodie. Hugo wore the full set to the bazaar.
Of course he did.
And I was like, damn, that's gas.
He's flossing.
I thought it was just like a fucking Hugo 101,
Yeah.
but it's in the store. And I was like, we were in the store earlier. I bought a hat, but I was like, look at the rhinestone shit. I was like,
yeah, but
I'm not a logo guy, but like,
but more than tees and snapbacks and hoodies and honestly intentional good collabs and good footwear. Obviously, we talked a bunch about his relationship with A6, and he kind of had bars about that.
Oh, he did.
No, I know. Right. So it's just I think it's one of these things where it's like
Oh my God, the stuff you said off mic. Woo.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, okay. Leave it at that. Don't tease. Don't
Sorry.
flick the clit
Sorry.
and not make him come.
Sorry. I'll get drunk and drop it in the cord.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you might want to watch what you say in the court. I heard you had some issues.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yo,
Yo, the Discord is a sacred place. What's said in the cord should stay in the cord. Adrian.
when I was getting my haircut, I was talking to Rob and we were rapping about the cord, and that story might have come up, and he was like, "Fucking forget about mod status." He's like, "That's a bannable offense."
It's technically against the rules, but all good. All good. Adrian, we're good.
What was I gonna say? I think that Awake, this pod with Angelo, that I think a lot of people are gonna really enjoy, accomplishes what when you're talking about like what was the pod like at Barstool and what can it be when the slate's clean and what can you bring over that worked or ditch what doesn't. Like I think this pod is at its best. Not because when we only talk to fashion people about fashion, which I think is like the stick to sports that people love to throw at us, which I fucking hate because I want to personally, first of all, it's our fucking show and we want to talk to Leon Bridges as much as we want to talk to Saeed from Story. But
and you do want to talk sports.
yeah, and I do want to absolutely talk sports. Very stupidly, I might add. Yeah. But when you have someone on like Saeed or like Angelo, who is the, if they're not the full brain, they're part of the brain, like in Saeed's case, him and his wife, of a brand, like they can do this amazing job of like selling the audience on stuff that is like dope and meaningful, that is like worth their money without it's not sponcon. Like it's coming from like a real, like insightful, intentional place. And to me, that's fucking awesome. And I love being able to provide that platform to people that deserve it. That's all.
Did spending 2 hours talking with Angelo convince you to like Awake? Because you've always been a bit of an Awake. You've had your eyes closed on Awake for a little bit.
We were in the store ahead of the pod, and I was doing some just casual fucking, rack grazing. And I think there's definitely, especially the knitwear, that I would absolutely fucking bring into my wardrobe tomorrow. In terms of, and also it's like when they hired Hugo, we had the same conversation where it's like, oh, damn, that's my geyser. That's our geyser. Let me pay attention maybe a little bit more. Also getting to meet Angelo. That's not someone that like, you meet casually at an event, you get introduced, but like really getting to like be in the office,
his brain.
Sit in his office, pick his brain, and then hang out after, like you said, with all like the off mic shit that is too hot for TV.
No, he's a New York guy. So he's like, he's talking his shit. He like doesn't shy away from talking his shit. But
yes, I am more of an Awake guy now because that's what I hope. Thank you. That's what I hope the pod could do to any kind of potential fucking,
we're not
suspect
like
listener.
We're not like logo guys, but you have multiple logos on you right now. Yeah. But I think once you get past that, like, or if that's not your thing, if you get past that, like the Argyle sweater vest that I believe he's a designer, or one of the designers are on the design team, Josh, had on at the Bazaar. I saw him wearing it, like cool Asian guy with like bleached hair. You saw him, right? Or we met him at the office. Yeah. And I'd met him when Angel did a Knicks playoff viewing at Old Scars. I was like, damn, that's fire. What is it? Oh, it's Awake.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, I see Shana, like you're saying, that Hugo wears it, he wears it well. That's part of being a brand director in my experience. Angelo did the same shit when he was at Supreme. Like, you're like, oh, damn, Supreme made a fucking Laura Piana suit, whatever. And then you see a guy like him rocking it in a photo, and you're like, oh, shit. Wear it with the vintage tee, get the right fucking shades on, right footwear, bang. That's a suit that I want to wear, not a suit that I have to wear. And I think that, my perception has changed to some degree. And by the way, if you haven't been to the new flagship, and this I hope doesn't come off as fucking sponcon at all, but like how good are the guys in the shop, dude? Legend and Vegas. Bro.
Vegas my guy.
We meet these dudes, it's just like you meet a guy named Vegas, you're like, all right, well that's the coolest name I'll hear all day, and then 30 seconds later you meet a guy whose name legally is Legend.
Yeah. So sick.
And then you get whipped up the best fucking Rockies matcha of your goddamn life.
Yeah. And
Go to the fucking store, people. Support real, independent New York brands.
Well, it's also one of those brands, I mean, we talked about this with Angelo, like when you're able to like create your own space, it's like
your own world.
Seeing the stuff in the context of like, the larger like brain, putting it together where it's like things smell a certain way, things are lit a certain way, things sound a certain way. I mean, that's just retail in general, or good retail, right? Is like it's like aspirational, but it's like literally acquirable because it's right there. Okay. And you can feel like you're like the guy you want to be because you're like, oh, I fuck with this space, so let me just
I got my top
pick
4.
this up. All right.
Madewell, J. Crew, Gap, Awake.
All right.
Also, one we didn't mention is Stussy is absolutely always in the conversation, top 4. I don't know if you think they've fallen off a little bit, which I feel like is I'm sensing a little bit of pushback because like that Stussy had the game in a fucking chokehold for what? The past 2 years?
Like 3 or 4.
So you're always.
I mean, they came out strong, and we were the not, not
bro.
to fucking,
We called this
on flowers. We were like, yo, it was literally at Barstool. We were like, yo, is Stussy back? Stussy's good again.
We did an entire like 20 minutes, like it was part of a run of show on Failing Upwards about like. Because Stussy had like just hired Tremaine, speaking of Tremaine, or had, brought in like, those outside collaborators. This is way before they ever got into bed with the fucking boys at Lagace. But
they started working with
we fucking called it.
They brought in the online ceramics guys just to do some like graphics, freelancing.
Damn.
But
we were fucking
early.
That's why you listen to the fucking show, because we're always fucking
crazy?
right.
So like
and we're not wrong. We're just early sometimes.
The clip from last week from Boys Only, I was wearing a Stussy hat.
Oh, dude, I saw that. Yeah.
And so many people are like, yo, what's this 8-ball graphic? I'm like, what? Like,
yeah, that's a crazy question to ask. You already know it's fucking. If you see 8-ball, it's fucking Stussy, dude.
But it was just, I was like, yo, like this is
what's
a
this
40-year-old brand.
What's this
like,
S with a jester cap?
Yeah.
What is this? What is this fucking brand?
What's this shit I drew in middle school? What's that S?
Yeah.
Whatever,
what did you call that? Did you have a name for it? Because we called it. This is fucking crazy. Which is why I'm bringing it up. We called it the Master S, which
weird.
sounds super racist,
yeah.
like Master Race, like
I think we
Master
just called it the
S.
Stussy S.
Really? But here's the thing. It's not Stussy.
I know.
But it was. It could have.
Well,
been.
like in New York, it's like, oh, that's the Stussy S.
Right. What I'm
I
saying
hear
is,
you flew here.
yeah, I'm just saying that the Stussy S, the Master S, has never been on a piece of Stussy clothing.
Yes, it has.
No way, dude. The S is the S. It's not though. That's the thing. It's really not.
So where do you?
It's just like I don't know who. It's like some.
No, bro, shut the fuck up.
I'm
It absolutely has
serious.
been on.
I'm serious,
Ain't no
dog.
way.
I'm
texting
serious.
Fraser, I'm texting Fraser right now.
Do it.
Viking, the Canadian Viking.
Anyway,
has Stussy fallen off? I don't think it's fallen off, but I think that the.
I'm saying people are just you want to fucking once heavy is the head, bro. That wears the fucking jester crown.
Yeah, and I think a lot like
That's my point.
Stussy came out hot like a few years ago, and then it's like not cooled off, but it's like it no longer is like, oh shit, like Stussy's good again.
Yeah,
the way that Drees is good again.
Yeah,
but it's just
but
super
it's
just super reliable, and like the lookbooks are always fire. Shout out Liam, shout out Israel.
Oh, dude, yeah, Liam going crazy, bro.
But yeah, like it's always good old reliable.
Good old reliable Stussy, baby. But yeah, that would be if I had to do a sincere top 4, which I really don't want to do. That would probably around there.
It's just right now. It's not like it's not all time.
I don't. Well,
I
didn't know. I thought it was right now. I didn't know we were doing all
right,
time.
No, it's right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Right here. Right now.
You know who I'm surprised that hasn't worn Stussy? Because I would be like, oh, for sure, which could be a death knell, and thankfully he hasn't. Kelce, dude.
Oh, you segueing?
I mean, did I not fucking nail it, dude? Did I not fucking spike that shit in the end zone?
We're gonna skip my book talk.
Oh, damn, dude. Sorry. You want to go? What do you want to do first?
Let's talk Travis Kelce, and T Swizzle, your girl.
Yeah,
Travie on one.
I hate this.
Yo, I didn't realize that Travis Kelce, who by the way I have like tried to get on the pod, and he said that he's not doing any pods during the season, but
because he has his own pod.
He has his own pod with his brother, who's like mad funny.
Which is why I had.
Yo, Travis Kelce. I feel like Travis Kelce is the man that you want to be.
So,
he's a fucking a white guy that talks like a black guy.
Okay.
He wears questionable clothing.
Bro, I'm not out here in a mid-pooper fucking Canadian tuxedo, bro.
Yo, do you see that?
But even Prez was like, this fit is whack. And I'm like, yeah, this is, of course, Travis Kelce has dog shit style or has a dog shit stylist, whatever, that he's wearing mid-super.
Well,
and even Prez was like, this is garbage.
Did you see what Mid-Super did where they changed the name of the product to like, it was just like bedroom painting set, and then they changed the name of the product when he wore it, because obviously those photos were going crazy, 1989 bedroom painting set. And so their SEO is going crazy.
God, bro.
And I'm sure it's like sold out. I'm sure the fucking Swifties have like identified it, and maybe they'll come after us for coming after Mid-Super.
It was crazy seeing some mid-pooper apologists in the comments. I mean, obviously the IG is huge and reaches a lot of people, some of which are normies and basics. And
people really do like Mid-Super.
So
they have like they have a tribe. They have a following for sure.
But it's funny that you mentioned them changing the name, because on the way over here, I'm on the subway. I was like, obviously the thing with Taylor's big fit, or not big fit, but the big moment of her fit is she's wearing 550s in like the Chiefs colorway. So I was like, let me see a couple things. One is, so I was like, are these even for sale? So if you go to the New Balance 550 page that is dedicated just to the most divisive sneaker in the game. It is like the lead image, but you can't buy it. But they know what they're doing. They've merchandised a product that is not available. You can buy like another red and white colorway, but not the exact one with the black sole, whatever. Yeah. Then I was like, wait a second. Are people fucking carpetbagging on StockX? No. See? There it is. Don't miss anything. Those are the T-Swizzle 550s.
Oh, but there's another red and white.
No, but it's not the exact pair. But I'm telling you, they know what the fuck they're doing. They're merchandising it. But like, and I understand why these brands are doing what they're doing.
I'm sorry, but she's like mad annoying. Like as soon as I had Red Zone for free this weekend for some reason.
Really?
Yeah. All
Red Zone. Taylor Swift, bro.
Dude, I can't. My brain is not built for Red Zone. Like I felt like I felt like a Victorian child like eating Taco Bell for the first time. I could not compute. It was sensory overload.
And that's
Dick Sucking Ron has Red Zone, but some other shit where you can watch 4 games at the same time.
Yeah.
That was
picture in picture.
4 games though, simultaneous.
Oh, it's for gamblers. Yeah, and I don't know if you're I'm not gambling, so for me, I'll just watch. I watched the Chiefs game because it was just the national game, obviously. I mean, it was a blowout and it stunk, and I would have loved to watch something else, but not enough where I'm going to pay for Red Zone or the package.
You would have had Red Zone. Like, I have Hulu, and they're like, the guy on Red Zone was like, yeah, it's everyone has Red Zone today. Like, all your TV providers provided Red Zone for free.
Shout out Taylor Swift, dude. She brought the Red Zone to the people, dude.
But like, as soon as they showed her in the box, I was like, this bitch. Like, you don't have to be there. You don't have to do this. Like, this is just such a fucking attention-seeking main character behavior. It's just so annoying.
Which is kind of why I'm like, they're perfect for each other. So what I was going to say is, you know how you're like, Travis Kelce's the man you want to be before we started shitting on mid-pooper? No pun intended. All right. I had a Super Bowl party, the last Super Bowl when the Chiefs won, and I had a very embarrassing moment where at that point I was a Kelce guy, Travis Kelce specifically. I don't give a fuck about his brother Jason who's a center.
It's just funny that Jason does not speak like a white guy trying to be black.
No,
Travis does.
Yeah, no, he
is.
Like,
what's up, baby? What's up,
yeah, girl? Yeah. So I had a very embarrassing moment, and I was almost laughed out of my own Super Bowl party where there was a moment of silence kind of in the conversation.
Okay, yeah.
And I definitely was drunk, but I remember saying something along the lines of, "Yeah, I think me and Trav will be boys."
Yo, wait.
So I swear to God, you can ask anyone who is there. I know my job on the show is to embarrass myself week in and week out. I am an open book. I am shameless. Those words left my lips.
That's really bad.
Now,
you say the same thing about Drake.
Yes. And I believe, and you know what? And of course, shout out fucking Drizzy. Slime Me Out was trash. But I do believe that with Kelce, the post-Super Bowl run that him and his brother and his mom went on really turned me off, where like I am so fucking sick of this family, and he is the one that I am the most sick of. So this moment, and shout out to him for throwing the Hail Mary and getting fucking Taylor in Arrowhead on a date, even if it doesn't really feel like it's going to go anywhere. And he's taking a big risk. Like, he's going to gain nothing from this besides the more press, which I guess he's clearly addicted to. But
getting in bed literally with Taylor Swift and like her fan base is like,
I know.
Who wants that, right? I mean, that's
dude.
why. I'm not really familiar with her game, but like she just is like always heartbroken or always like
she's gonna
and then it's like it's because your fucking fans ruin their lives.
She's a singer or songwriter talent of a generation.
What do you think they talk about? Travis Kelce and
I think that was their first date.
No.
So that's the thing that for me the timeline is interesting, and I don't really give a fuck. I've said a lot of wrong things on this pod. That's probably what that should be my atonement for Yom Kippur is. Any racial slur or any
Travis Kelce,
factoid that was said incorrectly.
You and Travis Kelce, I imagine you guys just like rapping along with Drake, and then anytime there's like an N-word, you go like this to each other. You just
but to say,
shh. Not now, Trav. Not now, T.
I can't believe I said Trav, dude. T would have been worse.
Not now, T. Don't say it, T.
No.
You can't say it just because it's in the song,
right,
T.
Let me ask you the $1 million
you're
question.
Right, Al. Yo, you're right, Al.
Do you think Taylor Swift is attractive?
Yeah, I think she's attractive.
Okay, because I do too. So I get it because it's like she's powerful, she's talented, she is
horrendous.
hot. She's not hot.
She's horrendous posture.
Oh well, as someone with bad posture, I can relate. Yeah, I mean this is gonna go nowhere, and it's I understand it's captured the hearts and minds of an entire fucking country. This is I don't know if I feel like only white people care.
Jocks are up big, baby. Like this is a big, this is big for jocks.
What do we say in the show? America loves a spicy white.
Chipotle mayo for sure.
This dude, bro, he's got a fucking shape up. The stash is looking good. He's got the fucking mid-super Canadian tux on, thinking he's doing something. He peels out with Taylor sitting shoddy in the convertible. Like, you think they're gonna? You think they? Wait, do you think they fucked
In the car?
No. Do you think they fucked that night? He got a tutty.
Yeah, I think they rented out a
smashed?
restaurant, for the whole team to celebrate. I think they smashed for sure. Although I don't know if she has sex. I think she just has hand stuff.
You think so? Oh, like a Bobert over the pants.
She gives hand stuff vibes.
She made that Beetlejuice.
She's giving hand stuff. Someone's like, "Yo, do you think Taylor Swift does the chop?"
That'd be fire. Oh, dude, this was obviously all over Twitter, but watching Swifties not understand football.
Yeah.
Then also get into petty arguments about whether the name and logo or mascot of the team is cultural appropriation. This whole idea of justice for her because she ate a chicken finger with ranch and ketchup. I don't really, I guess, know what it's like being a real Taylor Swift fan. I'm a casual observer, but seeing all the shit get surfaced, they're insane.
Imagine your Drakedom just transferred to Taylor, where it's like, oh my god, she did a thing.
Damn,
she's just like me for real.
But I only follow the news sources, the media that I follow, like Our Generation Music. They do cover every little thing that happened. Like Drake was beefing with Charlemagne, and apparently there was a bunch of IG stories and they were deleted, and I would have completely missed that. Right. So you're right. I guess for a guy like Drake, I understand. I want to know what condiments he chooses to eat with the stadium chicken finger. But
he fucking go to his Dave's Hot Chicken promo.
Yeah. I still see that.
He eats tenders with the fork and knife. That's what the crazy.
But sometimes eating hot chicken, you get that could ruin your day.
Don't touch your dick. Don't touch your eyes.
I'm not gonna do it myself.
You're not gonna touch your dick.
But I understand eating hot chicken, specifically Nashville hot chicken, with a fork and a knife.
I don't know.
Smashville hot chicken, bro. Anyway, the Taylor Swift Travis Kelce thing, I think they were only texting, and this was the first date, technically.
There's no wait. First date, she's in the box with Mama Kelce? No.
Yeah, because it's a fucking PR stunt, dude.
Yeah, I guess. It is funny. He's so poor, much poorer than her.
Yeah. But she's an icon, dude.
She's a billionaire.
Yeah, there's only so many, especially women.
You think she's going to do Usher's doing halftime. Did Taylor Swift ever do Super Bowl halftime show?
No, but she fucking should.
There's a very few select handful people that have the catalog and the crossover mainstream appeal.
This is Leon. So it came up on Leon's pod that Usher is his number one goat.
Yeah,
and I understand because of his dance background and all the stuff that we talked about. But when this was announced, I was like, the Super Bowl is okay, maybe I'm bugging and respect to Usher, but this to me feels like too big of a gig for what is a Vegas residency throwaway guy.
Nah, I mean, okay, there's only so many people without getting into real just boomer shit. There's only so many people that are somewhat relevant or active, right?
Yeah.
That can do this.
And he can dance.
Drake, Beyonce.
Beyonce already did one.
Kanye West?
Dude, never gonna happen, but I wish. Drake, yeah, I guess I was just hoping for Drake. But
it's got to be somebody with fucking hits from the 90s, 2000s.
What about
2010s?
one of these country outlaw guys? Like Morgan Wallen or Zach Bryan? I guess they're not big enough yet, right? Still
not
too
yet.
early in their
Zach
career.
Bryan would be fire though.
Has Garth Brooks ever done a halftime show?
I think so. Or what's the other guy?
What do you mean
fucking,
the other guy?
What's the guy married to Nicole Kidman? Keith some shit.
Keith Urban?
He's done one, I think.
That's so funny.
Right?
His last name is Urban.
Just like Travis.
You know me, Larry Urban over here, dude.
Travis Urban.
Travis Urban.
I don't know. I'm
not excited at all. I do not care.
I don't give a fuck about that Super Bowl halftime show.
What, bro? We talked about
who cares?
But Rihanna makes it last year such a moment because it's Rhea.
Oh,
sure,
yeah,
it's fucking disappointing and bad, but because she was just pregs, she's heavy pregs on stage. But
I know she was.
This to me, I don't. Yeah, I guess I don't have.
Bro, he might bring out Lil Jon and Ludacris.
For sure. I mean, that's the. I mean, I guess Let It Burn is good.
You remind me of a girl that I once knew.
Yeah, what should be the Usher outro music?
That one. You remind me.
Oh, but I was actually, you want to talk about your Roman Empire?
No. Yeah, sure, fine.
Shipwrecks.
Yeah, I've been, bro.
Can I just say something real quick? This whole Roman Empire, this is literally just every guy is autistic to some degree. That's all it is.
Well,
duh. Every guy's got the one thing because all men are autists and on the spectrum to some degree. That is the male brain.
Your boy Shane Gillis, who you stopped talking like him, thank God. There were 2 weeks there where we're just like, dude, you're fucking gay, dude. You're fucking gay, dude. You're fucking gay, dude.
No, that's not true.
Dude, you're gay.
No, I think I was more like because I watched the special twice. I was doing maybe
Watch
some
it twice?
mannerisms.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Nah, I mean,
Yeah,
that's,
dude.
well, it's not.
I'm hanging out. I'm hanging out, dude.
I had some. Yeah,
Don't be gay, dude.
I had it down pretty good, but I'm back to normal.
It was bad, though.
So-
you were like, it
No,
was a tick, bro.
No,
You had a dude tick.
you
don't think so?
I say dude, and I
Not
say
in-
bro.
No. You
Dude.
stopped having a lisp, right? I don't know where that came from.
Dude,
You had a
dude, that
don't-
was natural.
Dude, don't be
Dude.
fucking gay, dude.
Dude.
Yeah, after watching the Shane Gillis special, you were just duding it up for 2 weeks.
Wait,
it
you're
was
saying
crazy.
so I'm autistic about stand-up
Shane
comedy?
Gillis is your Roman Empire.
Oh, okay. So you're saying.
My Roman Empire is it's the Roman Empire.
Well,
'cause
our Roman Empire
is the rules.
is close.
Yeah, but I guess like
That's
when
our
you think
whole
about
show.
like my shit is shipwrecks, dude, shipwrecks.
I was gonna
Shipwrecks are
say,
fire.
I think we've actually used the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald by Gordon Lightfoot as outro music, but that fucking the shipwreck anthem, bro. You know,
no, what is that?
bro, the whole song
sea
about
shanties?
about the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, that like ship that sunk
Okay,
in the Great Lakes
okay,
or wrecked, whatever.
all right.
If a ship sinks, is there always a wreck involved? No, right? How else would it happen?
You could
Not
just,
like a war thing where
you
you
just like retire it and you just sink it to the bottom of the ocean.
Oh shit, really? They
Yeah.
do that?
Yeah, dude.
That seems like a complete waste.
No, then it becomes a reef for like marine life. It's great.
Oh, okay.
It's actually very good for the earth.
Anyway, tell me about shipwrecks.
So
'Cause
the
clearly I know
goat,
what I'm talking
the
about.
goat is endurance, which is Ernest Shackleton, who was trying to reach the South Pole.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Got caught in the ice.
Mhm.
Him and his boys. I think one dude died, and it was just like
Mhm.
the goated leader, right?
Yeah.
He like led his guys through fucking.
So they named the space shuttle after it.
Exactly. This one, so it's called The Wager by David Grann, who wrote The Killers of the Flower Moon, which is the new Scorsese film. This was, I think it came after Killers of the Flower Moon. It's a shipwreck in the late 1700s.
Okay.
What does it say?
1742.
There it is. Where these British people, it was like a 7-ship squadron. It was literally a squadron where they set out to capture a Spanish galleon that was
Okay.
just stuffed to the fucking gills with silver. But it started out with like 2,000 guys. The whole expedition went to shit. They ended up I think 90% of the people died.
Damn.
There was a shipwreck. One of the boats called the Wager, and there was it's just wild to see, dude, what's better? I just want to get shipwrecked with my boys. You're chilling on an island.
Yeah, but
You know,
we're
you're
gonna
like-
eat each other. What are you talking about?
They did eat their homies. They did
Bro,
eat.
I'm
their
not trying
homies.
to eat a homie. Pause.
I'd eat you.
Yeah, I know
I'd kill you and eat you.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to. So what I'm saying
This
is
is why I
like,
don't want you to. I
yo.
need you to get over your eating disorder because I need you to fatten you up.
Listen, we all got that one homie we would eat and
Yeah.
kill if we were stranded on an island. What I'm saying is, I'm not
trying
trying
to
to give you more reason to do that to me.
I'll try to eat a Larry burger.
They all get like gangrene and fucking shit.
It's scurvy like crazy.
Yeah,
but
there it is,
no. But
scurvy.
then when they on the ship, so the ship
What is scurvy? What's the vitamin deficiency one? Is that scurvy?
scurvy. So you your fucking limbs turn black and you're rotting from the inside
What's a
out.
term where the word sounds like its definition? What's that?
Not onomatopoeia, but something like that.
Wait, maybe that.
Onomatopoeia is like bang.
Oh,
It's like the word
because
is the sound.
scurvy. I don't even need to know what it is. It's you
know
know
it's-
what it is,
Dude,
Scurvy,
dude,
bro.
scurvy, dude.
Dude, scurvy, bro. Come
All right,
on
so
now.
what happens is
Sorry.
there was 2 divided factions on the castaway island.
A mutiny.
There was a mutiny, right? And there was a fucking mutiny. There was an uprising and 2 factions. One faction sailed this way to Brazil. One faction sailed this way to Chile.
Where
They're
did
at
they-
the,
where
they're
were
at the
they
bottom.
crashed?
They're at the bottom of South America, Cape
it.
Horn.
Oh, of course, dude. One of the
yeah.
most famous capes
Yeah, they
in
got
all the land.
Fucked up at the Cape, bro.
Yeah, dude. It's because the Cape Horn has mad storms and shit, right? Is that
Yeah,
the
it's
whole
where the
thing?
Pacific and Atlantic meet, so it's crazy, and it's mad narrow, so all this power just surging into this narrow little fucking channel. It's crazy.
They make a movie out of this? I'm fucking
should.
riveted right
They
now.
should. So, the Brazilian homies, they were maybe mutineers, but they were no, we're justified. The captain fucking lost his ability to lead. He killed a guy. He just shot a dude in the fucking head.
Damn.
Who was
For what? Just yopped him for no reason to prove
he
a
was
point?
drunk and being rowdy and was causing issues. So he just bang.
Damn, dude.
Onomatopoeia.
Yopped for partying too hard?
Yeah,
That
bro.
sucks, dude.
Careful.
When you're fucking not even working, you're just crashed out, you're shipwrecked, you're on vacay, dude.
It is funny that they just They're so stupid. That's the other thing. These guys are fucking idiots.
1742. It's like that's not that long ago.
They're like building a ship to get away on the beach, and then they can't figure out how to get it from the beach into the water. And it's like, yo, just put some fucking logs in there. But meanwhile, like they're fishing out like casks of whiskey and wine out of like the OG shipwreck.
They were enjoying themselves a bit.
Yeah, they're partying.
Wait, so what is the wager? Who would survive?
Definitely fucking too.
Oh,
God, imagine.
You think so?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Versus just beating off?
Yeah, dude.
Probably.
You ever had Castaway Hole?
So dry and sandy.
Show what that scurvy mouth do.
Wait, so is there what's the titular wager?
Okay, the wager is the name of the boat. All right, the ship that wrecked. So the guys
it was a race.
The guys that went to kind of because the guys that went to Brazil got to England first, and they're like, "Yo, here's what happened. This is our story." And they're like, "All right, we believe you." Like, you know,
the mutineers got there first.
R.I.P. to the captain, but like you guys survived. Like, here's a bunch of fucking money.
Because mutiny would be a prisonable offense
by death.
That seems a bit aggressive, but okay.
The fucking British Navy, bro.
Yeah.
Then the fucking captain and like 4 of his homies, they also survive.
So they are like...
So they come to England and like, whoa, no. Fuck these
motherfuckers.
Big
Cap.
I'm the captain, big cap. Fuck these guys. And it's like...
Spoiler alerts for the wager, by the way.
It's like, so was it a mutiny? Was it justified? Did the captain fuck up and like did he deserve to be hogtied and left on the island?
They hogtied him and left him to die?
They hogtied his ass. Well, just until they like got away, and then like his boys came over and like untied him.
Damn. You'll be able to.
So
you'll be able to free yourself in like an hour.
So I'm not done yet, but basically they're entering a trial where they kind of have to present both sides of the story and be like, yo, like, was it a mutiny or was it like?
So what's your professional opinion as a seafaring enthusiast?
I kind of like the gunner, the OG gunner. He was pushing P. Buckley, he was like the leader of the mutineers. But then I kind of like...
Love an underdog.
Midshipman Byron, who's grandfather of Lord Byron.
Sure, heard of him.
Yeah, the romantic poet.
With the pen.
Nice with it.
Yeah.
He married Mary Shelley, author of Frankenstein.
He could fucking give Taylor Swift a couple tips, dude.
He had bars.
Yeah.
He had bars for real. He died.
Byron with the B emoji.
Byron.
Also, like, not to be a dickhead, because by the way, this is great storytelling. I could just and will just read the Wikipedia article.
Yeah, but the book is really fucking fire. And like this guy wrote, Killers of the Flower Moon is also supposed to be really phenomenal.
Yeah.
But like I'm a shipwreck boy, so like that's my Roman Empire. This is what I've been captivated by. Oh, Captain, my captain. Shout out Captain Cheap. Terrible name, but I hope you make it out alive, bro.
I think my Roman Empire might be Roman Empire. And oh, this is the Yom Kippur thing I wanted to tell you. Do you remember? Oh, God, dude. I can't believe if anyone made it this far. So today's Yom Kippur. I don't think we're going to do any atonement.
Gamar deleted it. I don't know.
Do you remember a boy, a young lad by the name of Joshua Grossman? Does that name ring a bell?
Yes, but I don't remember why that name sounds familiar.
6 years ago, a young boy showed up to Jonah Hill Day.
Oh, my God.
And presented his library card.
He's underage.
Because he was underage and just thought that he's just a city kid who just thought he could go to a bar where people were turning the fuck up.
Damn, RP
in celebration of our since canceled homie. He hit me and he goes, 6 years ago today I was turned away from Jonah Hill Day. Today I turned 21. And I hit him with
15?
I hit him with the mazel, dude. He showed up as a fucking college sophomore with his high school ID.
No, sorry, 6 years ago, and he's 21 now, so he would have been 15. He was at college. He was a high school sophomore.
Oh, sorry, that's what I meant. A high school sophomore.
He was my age when I saw 9/11.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yes, he was a sophomore in high school. Presented his high school ID, thinking that he could get into a bar. Happy birthday and mazel tov to Joshua Grossman. Today, bar mitzvah side. Today's the day you become a man because now you could go to the next Jonah Hill Day, which has never happened.
Never gonna happen. That is the Throwing Fits equivalent of Travis DMing Taylor. Being like, yo, sup? Like, did he get in? He didn't get in, right?
No, fuck no. He's 15 years old, bro. I don't even. It's not even that he didn't get in. I think I just fucking took him to task because I'm like, what did you use your brain?
Go home, bro.
But then it's like your frontal lobe isn't fully developed. You're a child. Is there anything that you would like to atone for?
I'm trying to be better. Just like better.
You're taking the necessary steps to better yourself, which I think is admirable in the audience.
Physical health, mental health. I went to a therapist for the first time since I was like, I once went to a therapist
because of 9/11.
No, but I mentioned that, and she's like, "Whoa, that must have been traumatic." I was like, "Yeah,
a little bit,
yeah,
just a smidge." Hashtag never forget, bitch.
The guy I went to
female therapist.
Yeah, when I was 19, there was just this old fat white guy, and he made me hate white people. Because I was like, I saw him probably like 2 or 3 times, and he's like, yeah, sounds like that's just racism by white people. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Fuck white people. Hopefully, I have better results this time. But yeah. I saw her once. I don't know. It was intimidating. I didn't know what to wear. I was like, I can't look too crazy.
Sure.
Like, what do you wear to your first day of therapy? You know,
Tuxedo.
I thought about wearing a tuxedo shirt.
Just to get a bit off real quick, just to like set the ground rules. Like we're having fun.
Yo, hope you're ready.
Yeah.
Hope you're ready, bitch.
Get ready.
I don't want to be the guy to talk about his therapy on a podcast, but afterwards, she basically was like, "So, tell me about yourself." And I'm like, "Well," 45 minutes later,
session over.
All right, we got a lot of work to do. So see you next week.
Let's do 2 appointments next week. The one time I ever went to therapy was just to scam.
For pills?
It's not a therapist. I had to scam someone into getting Adderall, which I ended up really not liking and felt stifled, so I don't take it anymore. But definitely sold it. Thank you.
Yo, therapy's expensive though, so make sure you bump up your Patreon levels, because
that's who you know who I asked for forgiveness. Listen, man,
you're asking them for forgiveness.
I'm sorry, and I'm asking for you to forgive me, because I'm sorry that you're so broke that you can't afford Patreon.
Oh damn!
And you have to dip. And I'm just please forgive me for making this shit $5. Making it $5 and making it too expensive for your broke ass.
You know what's crazy is sometimes, because I get an email anytime someone signs up for Patreon. Some people sign up, and I guess you can like choose your own amount. They sign up for like $1, and I'm like, you don't.
What do you
get anything?
That's just a pure donation. That's kind of insulting.
But it's like someone
like,
signed up,
these guys need $1.
Someone signed up. Well, yes, thank you for your $1. Someone signed up for a $2 thing. I'm like, that's not a mistake. Like, you entered in the number 2.
That's weird. And that's every month, or just a one-time little.
I only get an email when they sign up, so I don't know if they like stuck around or if they like eventually upgraded. But I'm like, you don't get anything.
So there's somebody out there that like gives us some amount of money, under $5 a month. They don't get anything, but they're just like supporting us because like charity.
I think they're more stupid, like the guys in the wager, and they don't understand how it works.
Damn.
You know what the other thing? Okay, last thing, and then we'll fucking sign off. But the other thing speaking of stupid people is, you know how our website, throwingfits.com, has like a contact form now?
Yeah. People
will just leave their information there and submit it. And I get an email that's like, Joe Schmo, like new message from throwingfits.com.
What's the
Joe
message?
Schmo, phone number, email address. I'm like, why are you...
What do you think they're trying to accomplish?
Signing up for the Patreon, maybe? I don't fucking know. I mean,
I
don't know. It's fucking weird.
They want a fucking text from fucking Jimmy, dude. I don't know. That's weird.
Don't
do that.
Don't do that. None of that. That's weird.
But if you join Patreon, you can just message us and we answer them directly. But I guess you could just do that on IG anyway.
Yeah.
Don't use the contact form on the website and then fucking clog up this man's inbox, because I do not have the Throwing Fits email on my phone by design.
Yeah, it's better that way. But yeah, do sign up for Patreon, which I guess if you're listening, you already do, because therapy's expensive.
Shana Tova.
Bottega Veneta is expensive.
Yep. Would love another pair of jeans from the outlet.
Ooh, yeah. All right.
See you guys next week.
Bye.
Later.